What is up, guys? It's your boy Sack Up Panda here, and today I'm doing a video on my channel that's gonna be a little bit weird, so I had to wipe my eye. This is like wetness in my eye. I'm not crying, I swear. But today I'm doing a video, and it's the top 15 fan theories for Dragon Ball Z. Now, this is something I wanted to try out new, because one, I love Dragon Ball Z, and even in our friend groups, I might not be the most knowledgeable, but I'm the one who always likes to throw out the wacky theories for things that are just kind of weird and stupid and random. And I thought it'd be kind of cool because my boy, shout out the last son Alex, go check him out. I'll link him in the description below and probably throw something on the screen to show him. But he actually shouted me out in one of his recent videos, talking about just showing that love, showing that community love. So I want to do it back to him. And I want to tell people that I'm not just oblivious to the Dragon Ball Z community, because I do Dokkan battles content sometimes, but I'm nowhere near the amazing, all-powerful Dragon Ball Z man that I think I am. But yeah, these are the top 15 fan theories that make too much sense. And right now I'm just pretty much I have this is from ScreenRant.com, by the way. So if you're interested in go looking at it yourself, they have a lot of interesting stuff up here. So go check them out as well. Not sponsored or anything like that. Just doing this just because I think it's funny. I like thinking outside the box, right? I'm not going to try to preference this too much, but I like thinking outside the box of like, there could be connections here that we could be making. And also shout out to the new mic, guys. I bought the Blue Yeti. I'm making a huge mistake. I'm looking dead at my second screen right now, checking out my OBS, and the camera's here. I should be talking to you, but I'm looking at myself because I'm so goddamn pretty. But without any more randomness, I'm gonna get right into it. Half Saiyans are more powerful than regular Saiyans. This is something that's often been said, and I actually believe has been confirmed in Dragon Ball Z, but the theory that Goten and Gohan could master moves because they're half Saiyans has been floating around for a while. I'm reading this verbatim, by the way. While Gohan began training at a young age, compared to Goku, Goten instinctively activated Super Saiyan when he fought his mother. Kid Trunks also demonstrated this when they were training to defeat Super Buu. The fan theory explains that half Saiyans are able to do this because of their half-human emotions. The human side makes them more susceptible to anger and distress. That makes a lot of sense. They always talk about how Saiyans are very, they live for fighting, and it's kind of made them numb to their emotions. I think that's like one of the reasons why like Goku doesn't see like the severity in things, definitely in fights, because all he cares about is fighting strong opponents, because the Saiyans were a warrior race, right? So it makes a lot of sense that the human side of the hybrid Saiyans, because they're calling them half Saiyans, but I think this article is actually a little bit older, but the hybrid Saiyans are actually more in tune with their emotions, which means they can bring out that Saiyan rage a little bit more and it like kind of get to it quicker. So that's kind of interesting. In Dragon Ball Z, Goku realizes that Gohan was far more powerful than him and that Gohan would likely surpass him. Heck, the series stories arc is about Gohan surpassing his father's milestones and becoming the most powerful warrior while Goku is absent. Without their tails, Goku and Gohan have stronger genetic makeup and can master moves at an alarming rate. With Kamehameha, Super Saiyan, and Goku and Golden Disc, the half Saiyans easily surpass young Goku. Alright. Oh, the manga later acknowledged, see it says even here, the manga later acknowledged that half Saiyans are more powerful because of their half-human blood, which confirmed the fan theory. That's what I thought. Because there are even like, if you guys play Dokkan, shout out to Dokkan Battles, both Global and JP, you know that there are certain bosses that are super susceptible, there we go, to the hybrid Saiyans as a category. So it's like, talking about how their strength kind of overpowers, and I think Broly is one of them. I like this one. I like this one a little bit too much. Number 14 is Krillin is actually the strongest character in this series. Now, this is shouting back to my boy King Stratos, and this is like a long freaking time ago. But one of the earliest Dokkan videos I ever did was this montage of trash pulls from Global. I was doing some summoning on some banners to see if I could pull anything good. And that video was made on the coattails of Alex, aka King Stratos, pulling Agility Rose, Goku Black Rose, whatever he is. See, that's how I'm bad with names, but Goku, he pulled Goku Black Rose on my account because I handed him my phone. He did the summon for me, and he was able to pull it after me getting shafted. And then literally we did a video thinking that like, oh, now that I have more stones, let's do a video to this. And I pulled so many Krillins, and I got so mad because I'm sitting across from King and our other friend, Phantom Dragon, and Phantom Dragon's like, oh, I just pulled some SSR, and I'm like, I got another Krillin, got another freaking Krillin. Like, that was the video. It was just me getting more and more upset at this man. But let's see what they have to say first. This is another fan theory that has lingered in the fandom community for a while. It believes that Krillin is the strongest human warrior on Earth. Bless Master Roshi and his longevity, but not even Dragon Ball Z's resident creeper could beat Krillin. Oh, wow. They are ruthless, and he is a pervert, but they are ruthless on him. Though Goku could immediately beat Krillin, hypothetically, if both Krillin and Goku were human, then Krillin would be number one. His Destructo Disc terrified Vegeta and would have sliced Nappa if he hadn't dodged the attack in time. He also defeated a Cyberman. Yamcha couldn't even do that. They're so mean. They're so mean to them. But that is a good point. So as we talk about the Z fighters, we talk about like Dragon Ball Z characters, Krillin is always there. He's always there. He was even in the world, the Tournament of Power. He was always there. And as a human, like that's like, Piccolo is a demon / god, right? Then you have the androids, which were androids and like had crazy power and were made to have crazy powers. Goku, which is a Saiyan, right? Vegeta, which is Saiyan, and then the hybrid Saiyans. So you had Gohan in there, and you had Trunks. I don't think who else from the tournament. But just overall, when you look at it like that, it's like, yeah, Krillin is kind of a badass character for constantly stepping up, and he doesn't have to. Like when you see Goku, right? It's like, oh, he's the strongest. I don't have to step up. I don't have to do anything. Goku will just save the day. And I think that that's actually like brownie points to freaking Krillin here, because he was like, nah, I'm a hero too. I'm a fighter too. I'm gonna fight this too. So I give him a lot of props. Plus also that means he's freaking strong. Even though Goku might be able to beat him quickly, and most of the other Z fighters might be able to beat him quickly, it says a lot that Krillin keeps trying. I still want to say that was a dope battle between Krillin and Goku to have him come to the Tournament of Power. That was actually like incredibly perfect to show like why Krillin has always been a member of this team, even though there's this huge gap in power between the two of them. He's also been like Goku's friend for the longest time, and I mean that just makes a lot of sense. Like that rivalry that they had early on has kept Krillin going. So it's not like he's salty that Goku's so strong. He's energized that Goku's so strong. To add on to this theory, Krillin's limitations as a human makes him the better fighter. Every time he's at a disadvantage, Krillin tries to figure out a way to defeat his opponents, right? Unlike a Saiyan warrior's tenacity and ki levels, Krillin built himself from the ground up in order to be on equal grounds with fellow teammates. Thus, by default, Krillin is the strongest warrior on Earth. That makes a crap ton of sense, you know, because as much as like Goku is such an overwhelming power, it makes sense that Krillin, like, he didn't have all the genetic like talents that Goku had to become stronger, and he didn't have the Saiyan ability that, like, you know, once you get beat and near death, you come back even stronger. So Krillin really had to work hard, and that says a lot. Like, he had to learn so much about fighting in order to get to that point. That is actually kind of dope. Moving right along, number 13, which I don't really see as a theory, but we'll see what's on. Jiren is Buddha. I don't know if you all watched, I watched a video I did like a couple weeks ago. I was kind of showcasing off my Dokkan battle box, and I was just like talking about how I feel like Jiren is an interesting character. I just feel like his backstory is shit, and he's a little whiny bitch. I like how they do this. A lot of the characters in anime, and especially in like well-known animes, are based off of other stories, and that's, people have known this for years. Like Goku's based off of Son Goku, or Wukong Goku, or you know, Sun Wukong, which is the Monkey King, and would make sense. Only reason I really know that is because obviously being a Dragon Ball Z fan, you know these things. If you hang around in like chat rooms long enough, someone says it and someone name drops it, like, oh, Goku's based off the Monkey King. All right, cool, thanks. Jiren is one of the can't talk. And hit my mic. Great. That's gonna be some editing. Jiren is one of the fresh few faces in Dragon Ball Super. He managed to impress us with his power, as he's powerful enough to stop even Goku. He blocked Goku's Kamehameha blast with ease and didn't even use half of his strength during his fight with Goku. Toppo observes that Goku is in Super Saiyan Blue was not enough to surpass Jiren. How can this be? Well, fans speculated that Jiren is actually Buddha, and that his ultimate instinct relates to the path of Buddha. Reddit user, you can't even see that. Scrolling down. I'm over here. Reddit user Hydrox2016 pointed out that Jiren's source of powers is in his eyes. In Buddhism, the third eye is the ultimate form of enlightenment. One eye is powerful enough to create mind worlds. Reddit user Better Go Ham further explained that Jiren's original purpose, that his ultimate instinct is based on meditation. With this in mind, Goku could only obtain true power if he cleared his mind. Goku is based off on Sun Wukong, so it's no coincidence that Goku couldn't defeat Jiren in one try. Buddha imprisoned Wukong within his palms and forced him to live on Earth for his crimes. Third eye meditation and name origin points to Jiren likely being inspired by Buddha. Which, okay, now I can see a little bit more, knowing more of the connection between Sun Wukong and Buddha. And also I wanted to throw in just about the part where they talked about Goku could only obtain true power if he cleared his mind. There's, and they talk a lot about this in like fighting animes. There's a point in fighting where you just kind of go calm, right? Like you aren't thinking about a million other things. You're not trying to anticipate other things. You are just reacting. Pure instinct. And I think it was perfect that in the onslaught of Goku getting beat down, that he was able to do a last-ditch spirit bomb and then go Ultra Instinct. Because it goes to show you that like he dropped all thought. He dropped everything that would try to hinder him from reacting how his body knew could. And he was able to unlock Ultra Instinct. That makes a lot of sense. As someone who has done martial arts as well as continues to practice, like that makes a lot of sense. That one, for the character Goku, but also true for like just him Saiyan race, like them unlocking new powers through pushing themselves constantly. Being a warrior race, your triumphs in battle are only going to be measured by how strong your opponent is. So it's like, it doesn't make any sense if Goku is fighting weak people, because it's like, oh, Goku, you're too powerful. But if he doesn't fight someone more powerful, his triumphs mean nothing, pretty much. And then we all know how that goes, because then, spoiler alerts if you didn't watch it, but if you haven't watched Dragon Ball Super at this point, I don't know where you've been. I don't know what you've been doing. But obviously Goku perfects Ultra Instinct and yeah, beats the crap out of Jiren. Alright, number 12. And I'm probably going to split this up into 2 videos, so I'm probably going to stop at like 15, maybe 9. 9 seems like a good number. Earth would have been conquered were it not for Goku. So this is number 12. While there are many fans who speculated that the world wouldn't be constantly invaded by aliens if it weren't for Goku, there are other fans who believe that the world would have been conquered or destroyed were it not for Goku. A world without Goku would indeed mean that Goku's brother wouldn't have come after Goku. The Super Saiyans would have never invaded Earth. Dr. Jiro would have never gone on his revenge spree, and Frieza, well, things would have been better. Okay, you might not be as I keep forgetting. The cropping on my webpage is different from how it's showing, but the part and Frieza. ... Well, I don't know about that one. I don't know about the one about Frieza. Because I'm going to challenge this one a little bit, but I'm going to keep reading before I say anything. This argument can be applied to other characters. If Batman and Superman weren't around then, Gotham and Metropolis wouldn't have had megalomaniacs running the streets. However, one might assume that other villains would come out of hiding and the world would be a darker place. A world without Goku means a mass... A world without Goku means a mass Red Ribbon Army invasion, Piccolo's invasion, and the possibility of invasions by other Saiyans. Aside from the Dragon Ball Super, Goku has always been fighting to protect the world from outsiders. He lures in powerful antagonists, but most of the villains eventually go on to fight by Goku's side by the end of the story arc. Okay, so I understand what they're trying to say about it now. That Goku Goku was both a beacon to these enemies to come and to try to conquer, but at the same time, he was the deterrent, right? Because then they knew it was like, oh, well, if Frieza came here and we weren't able to beat Frieza, we shouldn't go there because the guy already destroyed Frieza. But I was going to say, when they said, and Frieza, well, things would have been better. I do know that Frieza later on kind of, sort of, maybe temporarily became a not so bad person. But I also, Frieza's, he was bent on conquering planets anyway. So it doesn't make sense to me to say that, without Goku, Frieza wouldn't have come to Earth, because they knew about Earth. That's the thing. They sent Goku here to conquer it. So, in a matter of speaking, they knew about Earth already. They sent Goku there. So if Goku never got sent there, I'm pretty sure someone else would. Like they mentioned, other Saiyans would have came eventually. I just feel like saying that, obviously Goku is good for Earth because he's able to protect these really just powerful villains coming to fight. But I also feel like you wouldn't have a story if he wasn't there. It's an interesting theory, but I also feel like for people who really enjoy the series, it's one of those things you kind of push out of your mind. It's like, he's there. You're not going to change that. If you change it, we don't have a story. That's my feeling on it. Oh God. Oh God. Yep. How Goten was born. Team 4-Star theory. Shout out to Team 4-Star for making some of my favorite abridged series ever. I'm sorry, dude. The Hellsinger Bridge, obviously Dragon Ball Bridge, all of those are my goddamn favorites. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about and like watching anime and like comedy, go check out Bridge series. They are hilarious. But made by Dragon Ball Z Abridged, Team 4-Star put a new spin on how Goten was born. The series stated that Goten was born 9 months after the Cell Games, which puts the timeline on a very specific route. Oh God. However, fans tried to figure out when Goku and Chi-Chi were actually alone while Gohan was away. Some fans even speculated that Goku and Chi-Chi did it when Goku was a Super Saiyan. Wow, okay. Chi-Chi's a super freak. Team 4-Star did a recut of Goku and Gohan's return from training where they are making a fuss in the kitchen. In the real, Goku and Krillin planned to catch a couple of fish while Gohan was ordered to study. Team 4-Star took this a step further and showed Chi-Chi angry that Goku had turned Gohan into a Super Saiyan after training a year of training in a bridge. Goku had the audacity to demand that a Super Saiyan birthday cake. Instead of bashing Goku, Chi-Chi got her revenge by sleeping with Goku, which was probably when Goten was conceived. So not much to say about this theory other than the fact that you're right. And the comment on this one isn't so much a theory, but it's about Goku's parenting, or lack thereof. Just not being a father and not really understanding what it means to be a parent. Which, by the way, because we're on the subject of Team 4-Star, they, episode 60 of this, which is the Cell games of their Bridge series, came out recently, and there was like a 3-part episode, maybe 4 parts, but 3 parts are out so far. You can go check those out. But it's funny because they talk about how like, this is like during this time, so they get back from their year of training in the hyperbolic time chamber, and like Goku's like trying to have like a master plan of sending Gohan to fight Cell, because he just knows he's gonna surpass him. And then just Piccolo just rips into Goku. He's just like, do you even listen to your son? Do you even know what he likes? He hates fighting. He only does it to be with you because you always leave to go fight other people. And Goku's like, is this true? And all you hear in Gohan in the background is, yes! It's, oh my god, it's so good. The amount of jokes made about just Goku being just the ass father is hilarious. Alright, number 10. Saiyans and humans are distantly related. One fan proposed that Saiyans and humans are distantly related. Their DNA is likely very similar, which would explain why Gohan and Goten were conceived without any issues. The Saiyans are extraterrestrials from another planet who live for battle. In fact, their entire purpose is to fight against other races and conquer planets. They may be aliens, but Saiyans and humans suspiciously look a lot alike. For example, the height of a Saiyan is about the same as that of a human. Additionally, they can transform into their ape forms. Humans are distant relatives of apes. Monkeys and human DNA are also pretty similar, and Son Goku is based off of the Monkey King. Strange enough, Gohan and Goten don't have their tails, as they are both half humans. Many fans theorize that humans and Saiyans are able to interbreed, which is a nice way of saying that they like to do the sex. If this is done, half Saiyans lose their Saiyan tails, but in exchange are able to evolve and become stronger. Now that is an interesting theory. Obviously we know it works because Gohan and Goten exist and Trunks exists, but it's how do I put this? The evolutionary side of like how the hybrid Saiyans can be stronger. That's the side I'm thinking. Like, and I'm thinking that's pretty goddamn accurate, to be honest. Like, we all know like evolution happens gradually over time. It's not something that just snap of your finger and it happens. And the idea that Saiyans interbreeding would actually make them stronger, especially considering that we know that their emotions can trigger the Saiyan rage, which makes them even better at fighting. So I mean, it's just a lot to take in, but it makes a lot of sense. Now, obviously, motivation has a lot to play into this, because if you're not someone who wants to fight, aka Gohan, you're not going to. All right. Number 9. Dr. Gero hid Android 16's data from Cell. This is actually something I never really thought of when I was going through the Cell saga. But when Perfect Cell claims that he didn't recognize Android 16 in his data file, it brought along a few questions, as well as a glaring plot hole. Cell contained information of all other androids, but Dr. Gero gave all of his knowledge to Cell. Furthermore, Future Trunks didn't recognize Android 16 in his timeline. Android 16's questionable existence caused a couple of theories to arise, one being that he's from the future. Oh, One strong case for this theory involves a data file that was hid by Dr. Gero to protect his son. Android 16 was a side project that he was working on. Akira Toriyama mentioned in an interview that Dr. Gero lost his son, who was a former Red Ribbon soldier. Android 16 was supposed to look like him. Oh. Dr. Gero couldn't bear to see his son fall twice in battle, and thus gave him a gentle soul. However, Dr. Gero never activated 16, and it was only 17 and 18 who activated 16. It's likely that 16 existed in all timelines, but 16's construction was a secret. In the future, Dr. Gero might have hid him outside of the lab, or he may have remained incomplete at that time. That's kind of weird, though, to think that he was, I mean, it's sweet on Dr. Gero's part, because he was most of the time like a mad scientist, but, you know, losing his son would make him to do kind of this, like, I don't want to say iRobot. What was it? AI. If you guys ever saw that movie, it's a kind of an old movie, came like 2000s, I think. But it was like about this like artificial intelligence and robots, and how like this kid dies, but like do robots dream? Do robots have soul? That kind of like, if they are now artificial intelligence, what is the life? That whole thing. What it depicts an actual definition of a soul, I guess is the best way to describe it. I guess my only question to that, because this whole point of this series is to just read the theories, question them, see if they're credible, because this definitely seems credible. Like most of these seem credible so far, and actually a couple of them were confirmed, but this one in particular seems very credible. The only part that throws me off is like he gave him a gentle soul, but then he also turned to fight. So I don't know if that was like, or like, did he like upload the consciousness somehow, or I don't know how that worked. But I feel like, I don't feel like he's from the future, right? I kind of like the idea better that he was a project that was just kind of like a passion project for Dr. Gero and just never really got awakened. Because it was like, you know, he was grieving over his son and it might have never been complete. Also then begs the question though, because he had a bomb in him. All the androids had like a nuclear bomb in them, and Chi-Chi later took that out. So my question is, if this was an incomplete project, why was there a bomb in him? But once again, I don't know. Maybe that's just part of the design and we just, you know, we'll never know why. But interesting, real interesting though. I'll do one more. Oh, wow, this is a great one to end on. Super Mario universe exists within the Dragon Ball Z universe. This fan theory may seem crazy, but in a strange way, it makes a lot of sense. Think about it, both Dragon Ball and Super Mario take place in the same world. The flora and fauna are similar, from the flying fish to mushroom forest. Could this be mere coincidence? The princess in the original Dragon Ball series is trapped in a fiery castle ruled by the Ox King, and Goku, Mario, goes out of his way to rescue Chi-Chi, Princess Peach. In addition, Kamehameha are actually fireballs to Mario, and the first boss that Mario had to defeat was a giant ape, Donkey Kong. Oh, this is kind of a stretch. This is a little bit of a stretch for me. There was a little bit of a stretch for me. This isn't the first time that a fan tried a retro game to Dragon Ball and claimed that the two took place within the same universe because of their many similarities. Sonic the Hedgehog appeared before the Dragon Ball series, and few fans speculated that Akira Toriyama took a few ideas from the Hedgehog universe. Some argue that Goku has spiky hair, which mimics Sonic's. Alright, I mean, you also could argue that the Dragon Balls is mimicking the Chaos Crystals, adding that onto the idea of it being a merged universe. But I also want to throw out there that, like, a lot of, like, early, and I'm saying early, but it's like, 80s, 90s anime, right? There were a lot of ideas But when something really works, you will see a lot of other works gain success from borrowing those ideas, right? Like if it works, don't fix it. Like that's something that's often used, unless you're really trying to break the mold. You know, a lot of people argue that a lot of the Shonen Jump animes are like very, 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 very similar, because they are. I mean, in not just in format, but also like a lot in story. Like it's always like, bad enemy comes, we have to defeat him. I'm not strong enough. Here's a new item that could defeat him. Like, just because the elements inside of it, like the characters, how they look, names of things, they might be similar, but also they're not crazy clever either. Like the mushroom forest. It's a forest with lots of mushrooms. Mushroom forest. Like it doesn't take rocket science to figure it out. But what's a clever one? Interesting to leave off with. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video here, guys. But I will say this: if you have any other of your own Dragon Ball theories, leave them down in the comment section below, because I'm curious to know what you think. Also, there will be a part 2 to this video coming out pretty soon, so keep a lookout for that, because I got 7 more of these to go through. Also, if you don't want to answer my question about what fan-made theories you have about the Dragon Ball Z universe, I'm interested to know. If you see this little thing I got, I'm looking at the wrong side of the screen. It's right below me, really. It's right below me. Choose 3 to protect you. The rest want to kill you. What are your 3 picks? Who are the villains coming to save your booty? This has been your Sack Up. This has been your Sack Up. No, this has been your boy Sack Up Panda here. I hope you enjoyed the series. If you did, leave a like, comment obviously. If you have anything you want to ask me, or if you have any theories of your own, comment that down below. Don't forget to, if you like my content and want to see more of it, hit that subscribe button. You know, I would enjoy it, and you would enjoy it. I'll make more content. That's always fun, right? But yeah, guys. This has been fun. I look forward to doing more stuff like this, and I might move on from just doing Dragon Ball Z. I might try some other fan theories for other series. So let me know. I'm curious. But thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Where's my camera? There it is. Peace.